Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome to a shopping not shopping video. This is where I show you all the different yarns that that we have available in 3 different stores in my local area. Come on, let's go and see what I found.
Take me shopping today, so we are outside the range, which is the Gloucestershire ones. Come on, let's go and see if we've got any yarn in.
Okay, guess who forgot to press record? Thankfully, I did take a couple of emergency photos just in case. So I'm sorry to say that's all we've got on these ones. Now, within the range, they had a beautiful choice of colours. There were a couple of different weight thicknesses. But the majority of them were DK weight and above. Okay, as you can see by the image, they also have an array of knitting needles and crochet hooks as well. Now this did stretch out a little bit further, and you'll see the bottom of that top shelf on the right hand side in a few moments that shows you a little bit of those mix and match yarns. But what I will do is I'm going to have to add an extra section into this video now, showing you the yarns on their website. I think that's the easiest way for me to do that for you. But hold up a second, they also had some books. Now the book itself is called The Quick and Easy Crochet, and it's by Search Press. Now if you haven't had a chance to see it, I do also have that video, a video of that book on my books playlist. So if you click the I button that is up above, that way you can have a nose through the book and see whether it's worth buying. And I believe it's actually cheaper here than what the back cover says, but as I haven't rewatched that video to double check, don't quote me on it. Okay, so the next muck up on recording was I didn't get the intro done before I walked into the B&M home store. Okay, so this is another one that supposedly has a reasonable amount of yarn in. So now we're going to pop in and have a look. I'm going to have to voice over everything because they had a lot of loud music going on. Okay, so here it is. Here's the amount of yarn they've got. Dismal. What? Look, that's it. Just that much on the shelf. Okay, so let's get in and have a look at some of these yarns. The first one up was the Trim Aran Premium. It cost you £5 for 250 grams of knitting yarn. Okay, so it's machine washable at 30, and I really should have held that longer. The next one up is £2.50. It's Little Dream. It is a two-tone knitting yarn. This isn't actually a bad one. Machine washable at 40, and there's 100 grams in that ball. Now the next one up is a bit of a spotty mess. This is the Chunky Deluxe spot knitting yarn. Again, this is 100 grams, and you can wash it at 30. Okay, so there's a bit of extra detail there if you want to slow the video down. Next one up is £2. It's a plain white. Again, it is deluxe baby knitting yarn, and this is 100 grams, machine wash at 40. Okay, then we have another spotty one, and the chunky this time, that is priced at £2.50. And again, that is the same wash and care instructions. So is this pink one for 100 grams for £2.50. Okay, So hopefully you can get all the information there. They are 4mm on the hook. Now this one here is a fluffy eyelash yarn. It's quite a little fluff on it, so it's not too crazy, but I've never used it, so I don't know whether it will come out if it's tugged too much. Now this is a wash at 30. There is 200 meters in this 100-gram ball, and it's priced in at £2.50. Now that came in blue, in a taupe, and in a white. Okay, down to the next shelf we have the trim. What's this one? Serenity. It's £2.50 and it looks a bit like a rope. I've never used this, so I can't tell you what it's like, but it's got those bits and bobbles on it of extra stuff. To me it looks like it's fallen on the floor. Okay, and they had that one in that off beige, and then they had it in a blue, and then they moved on to a off-white, I suppose. Okay, same care instructions as well. It's 100 grams. Right, the next item up was this very long eyelash yarn. It reminds me a bit of that 70s yarn. It's a £3 and they've called it Feather Touch. There is 100 grams in this ball if I remember correctly. Then we came on to the Super Soft Twist at £2.50 for 100 grams. I'm not keen on this one, and that is solely because it has a really rough texture to it. Next one up was the velvet yarn. Again, this is a 100 grams and it was priced in at £2.50. You're going to need a lot of that to do something with. Okay, oh, I didn't catch the rest of that. But again, you can always pause the video if you wish, or slow it down. It came in a white, a reasonable shade dark grey. Then we move down to the next one. Now this is a sparkle yarn. The sparkle is a little bit on the sharp side when you're working with it. Okay, oh, where are we? This was a wash at 30. It's 100% acrylic, I believe, or was it 90% acrylic? Yep, definitely 100 grams and £2.50. I came in white, pink, a grey and a white. Now this white I have actually used before, which is why I know it's a little bit sharp. I used it on the horn for the unicorn cushion. Then the last one up, I think this is the two-tone baby knitting yarn. This is a 100 gram again. This one I think you could wash at 30 or 40. Oh no, we've got another row coming down. Here we have an Aran weight yarn here. This is priced in at £5 and it's 250 grams. I'll get my fingers working in a second. Okay, you use a 5mm hook or a 4mm crochet needle on this one. Now you've got that in the shades of blue. You've got that in a weird shades of, I don't know, pinks I suppose, with some really random colours. Okay, and then they had the super thick cable knits. I've not come across anything this thick in my travels before. I was a little bit shocked. Now that is a £3 for, oh, pants. 150 grams. Phew, lucky I turned that around. Okay, they had that in that, I can only call it baby poo yellow. And of course in a grey. I'm really not in the best mood for explaining these colours today. But there we go. And that was it. That's all they had in. Okay, so then I dragged my husband into Home Bargains. Okay, so they had that much. Okay, that was it. That's all they had in the yarn. So they had this in a quite nice blue. Now this is priced in at 99p for 100 grams. It didn't feel that bad, to be honest. It's another one of these wash at 30 jobbies. They had it in the black, the bright pink, a sage, a purple and a dark blue. They've also got these packets for £1.99. They're 50 grams per ball. They really didn't feel dense at all when I squidged them. Okay, so there we go. And there's the care instructions. It was a wash at 40. Okay, they've also got that in this spotty purple. Now this one did feel a little denser, but nothing really that drew my eye. Then they had this really cute, actually, a sage green. I'm quite shocked that I actually found a colour I liked. And again, this is the 100 grams a wash at 30, 100% acrylic. Then we move on to this grey sparkly one. Yeah, it did draw my eye, but the sparkles again are quite sharp. And again, it's the same wash and care instructions, and it's 99p. They also had a grey plain non-sparkle, another one that looks like baby poo yellow, a really strange pinky one, a baby yellow, white and coral. Then we have a green, pink, purple, and this one here is the chunky range. Okay, this one is a wash at 30. Again, it was 99p. And I don't know why they put that there, because then they had another DK. But this one is a lot thicker. Let's grab one down. There we go. It's a wash at 30, 100% acrylic again. This is the cable knit yarn. Okay, and again they had it in that strange yellow. What is going on with that colour today?
Yeah, that was my fault. There we go. Done. So interesting.
So go on then, what did you think? I didn't think much of it, and I walked out with nothing from any of the stores. That's right, nothing. No yarn at all. Was I well behaved? Was I sensible? Or was I just bat crazy? Pop your comments in the comment section down below what yarn you'd liked out of there, whether you thought the prices were reasonable. I'm really sorry about having to overdub. I tried my best. If you want any more information, of course, you could look at each individual shop's websites, where some of them do bargain packs as well, especially Home Bargains. I've only just found out they were online. Yeah, I really haven't been looking around, have I? And so I will pop the links to each of the stores, or not the individual store, but each of the companies' websites, so that you can go and have a nose too at the different yarns that they had on offer. Right, that is it for me for today. I will see you all really soon. So remember, stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Goodbye, everybody. P.S. My hand has been stuck like this during filming because this t-shirt's got a rude image on it.